Hi guys, I just want to share this video. I don't know, just a quick story. Today I went to work, and actually my work is like 9:10. So basically I should be teaching at exactly 9:10. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's the weather because it was raining this morning, or I was exhausted yesterday because I work at my Este shop, or my phone died. So when I woke up, my phone is literally zero, which was weird because before I slept, it was like 20 to 30%. And then, so I woke up and then I decided to, it was already 8:15. Like, oh my God, oh my God. It's a good thing that last night I actually took a shower. And, I never go to work without taking a shower. So even if I took a shower the night before, I still, like take a shower the next day. And then, because it's easier to do my hair. And thank God, like, I don't know if it's God or whatever. Like, my hair was okay. It's this one. And then, like, my clothes, like, I didn't have to iron it difficultly. And then everything just fell into the right place. Like, I prepared, and then I I didn't even put my makeup, and I tried to get a taxi. And then in the taxi, of course, it's Japanese. Then I just showed the address. Now, there's a culture in Japan. I don't know if you have this culture, maybe in your generation or way back. You see, in the Philippines, it's so different. So in Japan, teachers should at least be in school at least maybe 10 minutes early. It's like a rule. I don't know, maybe Japanese teachers go earlier, but for us, we are foreigners, so we have this, what we call the gaijin pass, wherein we don't have to be there early. Sorry, my neck hurts. And then, so I went there, okay? And then I took this taxi. It was raining. It was crazy. And then, like, I know I was really late, and I was so worried. Like, I didn't want to call my boss again. Now, when I say again, it doesn't mean that I'm always late. It's just that in case I'm late, this is what's gonna happen. So the others, it's my fault, and this is totally my fault. I didn't wake up early. Like, I was supposed to be awake at 7:10, but I got up at 8:15. And then when I got to school, in Japan, I don't know, it happens to high school students. Like, teachers wait outside the school to welcome the students. And then some students, like maybe student leaders, sometimes they take turns. And then they would say like, Ohayo gozaimasu, which is good morning. Like, it's like welcoming the students. Now, I heard that in a lot of schools, this really happens. And, each schools have different rules. For example, every time you go to like the schools where I'm teaching, every time they see someone, when they're done, like if they pass by each other, they have to say otsukare-sama. Otsukare-sama is like, oh, you did a good job today. Even though we don't know if they have a second class, but it's just like, because they're college students, so they have their, classes mixed up. Then I got to school. Of course, I can't speak in Japanese. And because I gave the exact address to the taxi driver, and he can't speak in English. All he could say was, okay, thank you, whatever. But oh God. I was like 5 minutes before the class. So I showed, the taxi. What I usually do, I walk about 10 minutes when I take a bus, maybe 5 minutes. And then like, I can get a drink, and then I can think for a while. And then it's not my culture, but I'm willing to embrace it. But I don't know if I'm going to say it properly. Like, I don't know if I'm going to say Ohayo or good morning. Or I don't know if I'm going to say hello, because you're an English teacher. I'm just clueless with that. So that's why I'm shy. And then matching the umbrella, the weather, all of these things. And then I'm late. I wasn't prepared. I was preparing inside the taxi. So I went there. And then the taxi, oh my God, guys, it stopped right in front of the building. So imagine this, like stairs. And then here's the road. Then everyone is standing on the stairs and then in front of the door. outside, and then me getting off right in front in a nice, you know, like a UK style taxi, because they're changing taxis in Japan slowly but surely. Oh my God. It's like the most embarrassing moment of my life. Like one of the most, I guess. I have more, but this is crazy. And then you know that, like, I'm trying to be a really low profile because even in the Philippines, I don't want to attract so much attention, and even in Japan, and being a foreigner, I just want to keep, you know, when I'm teaching, I want to keep things to myself because I want to focus my head. But oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, like when I, you know, and especially in Japanese taxis, you can't open the door by yourself, so you have to pay first. So imagine this, guys, the taxi, and then the door would automatically open once you pay. The driver would press something that's gonna open, and then everyone is looking, like 10 people, students and teachers. And then I'm like, oh my God, what should I say? I don't, you know, oh my God. And then then I'm like, I couldn't look at them at all. Then I'm like, Ohio. Then everybody said simultaneously, Ohio gozaimasu. I'm like, oh my God, Ohio, Ohio. So anyway, that's, you know, I'm not proud of it, but that's like Filipino time, and I'm so embarrassed. You know, Filipino time is like being fashionably, being fashionably late. No, I'm not gonna say it's Filipino time. For those who don't know Filipino time, Filipinos are usually late for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that is acceptable. Then why is it acceptable, Mira? Because first of all, we cannot control jeepney drivers, number one. Number two, we have a terrible traffic problem, especially in Manila and even in Angeles City right now. That's why I heard they're opening some roads in Angeles City, and you know, some people are going through Clark, which is more troublesome, by the way, and so on and so forth. So that's how troublesome it is to, you know, to go somewhere in the Philippines. And of course, Filipinos, for us, it's quite acceptable to be late for 30 to 40 minutes. That's why if you're dating someone or if you're gonna go to the Philippines, don't be worried if you're late for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Unless it's really like a strict, you know, policy. But that's okay. And it's acceptable. And even when I was in the university in the Philippines, if I was late for like 15 minutes as a student, that's excusable. But if you're late for 20 minutes, of course you're absent. So most students are late for like 14 minutes. So it's quite common. And I've been in Japan for a long time. Everything here is on time. So especially when I take a bus, if I miss my bus, I have to wait for another 8 minutes, another 20 minutes, something like that. And if I take the train, the train also comes on time. In the morning, it's every 5 minutes, but in the afternoon, it's gonna be every other train. So one train skips my station, the other train, local line, and then the rapid line. Rapid line means like they skip several stations, but goes to the main place, like Shinjuku. And then you have to go down the stairs. You have to calculate that mentally. So I just take the bus. But today was like, I don't know, like, oh my God. I don't know. But the good thing is everything fell into their right places, like getting a taxi, being dressed up properly, my hair, being, what do you call that? My hair is quite, what do you call that? Really nice today. And I didn't have to really like dry it up. I don't think I even combed it, It's just nicely like, it's just like this. So I'm really thankful for that. And because usually when I shower at night, next day, my hair is really messed up. It's because I put like, what do you call that? Like hair oil. And then next day it's really messed up if I don't, if I don't shower again. So yeah, that's actually my day. And, I don't know. I just want to share it because I find it really funny and embarrassing. And I don't know. How about you guys? How's the culture in your country when you go to work? Do you guys say hello, good morning to everyone? Do people welcome each other? Or in your generation, was there a part where people would welcome, teachers would welcome students in front of the door or the gate to say, hi, hello, welcome to school, something like that? Because I never experienced that in the Philippines. Like, never, ever, ever, ever. Like, mind your own business. The only person that I see in front of the gate of my schools was the guard, the security guard. He's the only guy. And the, you know, the janitors, just them. Now, other than that, if I just meet my teacher in the classroom, and of course, if they're walking around the hallway or somewhere, you know. But in Japan, you know, I know that it's normal for junior high school students, but I can't believe that it also happens in a college. Although I have a theory. You see, I'm teaching in a class where the students are studying animation, game design, anime voices, and manga. They draw manga, and game programming. I don't know, anything related to that, you know, to that kind of job in the future. And also game, what's they call that, pro gamer. So yes, they study that for 4 years. So I realized that maybe because some of them, they are really shy, and you know, they don't have this confidence to, you know, really talk with a lot of people. Because I remember, I think I made a really big mistake when I had my second class. You know, English, the most important thing is practice, right? So any language. So what I do to maximize the time, if I have 10 students, I pair them up and they have to talk to each other. After 5 minutes, we switch, and then they have to gossip. I use the word gossip to gossip what they heard from that other person to another person. Then they talk about their opinion. So something like that. And then, like, I did that once. They followed me the next time. I didn't see a lot of students. There were fewer. But today it's understandable. I have two. And yeah. It's understandable because who can wake up? Because some of the students, like, they travel 2 hours by train just to go to school every day. Yes, they travel 2 hours, and today it's really like cold and rainy. It's the start of winter season, and I got a new jacket, but it's so big. That's another bad thing that happened today. Like, see, I even have the tag, so I'm planning to return it. I'm still contemplating on that. And then the good thing today is that I have 2 clients. One of them is from, I don't know where, but she works in a factory here in Japan. No, electronics. She said electronics. I don't know what she exactly does. And yeah, she's supporting her siblings back home. She's a breadwinner. So I'm like, okay, good luck. And then we were talking about ghosts. Oh my God. Like, I don't like those topics. Anyway, and then the other one is from Indonesia, and she gave me a lot of snacks. So like this one. So anyway, that's all. Please guys, tell me about your experience in school. Tell me how your school was before and how is it right now. And maybe your embarrassing moment in the Philippines or here or in another country, in your country. Because by far, this is my most embarrassing. Although, do you know those movies, like you feel like you're, what do you call that? Like a boss? Like being welcomed by the whole company when you enter. So I want to think about it that way. But God, if you can imagine, like, you're so embarrassed that you turned red and then you shrank into a tiny molecule. That's how I felt. Anyway, have a nice evening ahead. And for those, if there's like a snowstorm, please stay safe and wear heat tech. My heat tech is my life in Japan. So without heat tech, I'm gonna die. So anyway, thank you guys. Have a nice evening.